Brass Buttons Band, the Lost Legends of Rochester, New York, a city known for its industrial legacy, the home of Kodak, and a music scene that once rivaled some of the biggest cities in America. And in the heart of this vibrant scene, one band captured the spirit of an era, the Brass Buttons. It was the mid-1960s, and rock and roll was taking over. Inspired by bands like the Rolling Stones, the Byrds, and the Rascals, a group of high school friends decided to form a band. At first, they were known as the Showstoppers, but soon they became the Brass Buttons. The lineup included Jay Capozzi and Eric E.T. Thorngren on vocals, Joe Graziano on keyboards, Danny Labatt on saxophone, Mike Julian on bass, and Bob Guglielmino on drums. Young, energetic, and determined to make their mark on Rochester's music scene. The 1960s and 70s were a golden era for music in Rochester. The city was home to legendary venues where bands honed their craft, places like the 414 Club on Dewey Avenue, sock hops, and high school dances. The Brass Buttons played anywhere they could, and it didn't take long for them to stand out. Their mix of garage rock, blue-eyed soul, and raw energy made them local favourites, and soon industry insiders began to take notice. In 1968, the band landed a deal with Cotillion Records, a subsidiary of Atlantic Records. This was huge. Cotillion was known for signing artists with a unique sound, and they believed in the Brass Buttons. Their debut single, Hell Will Take Care of Her, was written by Jay Capozzi. The track had everything: haunting lyrics, a moody guitar riff, and a raw vocal delivery that made it unforgettable. The song became a cult classic among garage rock collectors, and the B-side, It's a Gas, proved that the band had the potential to go far. One of the band's biggest supporters was Gene Cornish, guitarist for the Rascals. Like the Brass Buttons, Cornish was a Rochester native who had made it big. He saw their potential and helped them navigate the music industry. The Rascals were one of the biggest bands in America, with hits like Good Lovin' and Groovin'. Gene Cornish knew what it took to break into the big leagues, and his influence on the Brass Buttons was undeniable. With a record deal and undeniable talent, why didn't the Brass Buttons become household names? The truth is, like many great bands of the era, they faced a mix of bad luck and industry shifts. The music industry was changing fast. The rise of FM radio and the shift toward album-oriented rock meant that many promising singles were overlooked. The band also faced lineup changes and the challenge of breaking out beyond Rochester. Though they never became international superstars, the Brass Buttons remain an essential part of Rochester's musical history. Their music, especially Hell Will Take Care of Her, continues to be discovered by garage rock enthusiasts and vinyl collectors. Even today, their influence lives on. Young bands in Rochester are still inspired by the raw, uncompromising sound of the Brass Buttons. For those who were lucky enough to see them live, the Brass Buttons were more than just a band. They were a moment in time, a reminder of when Rochester's music scene was alive with possibility. And though the years have passed, their music still speaks to those who listen. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into music history. Thanks for watching.